Renata Sandor here from MeetAdvisors.com, and I'm joined with Riley Scott, founder of Aisle50. How are you today?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for coming.
My pleasure.
So I want to start off this video segment asking you, who are you, what is Aisle50, and what you do?
Yeah. So I'm an entrepreneur. This is Aisle50 is my second company. We started it in California 3 years ago. Went through Y Combinator and then moved to Chicago here. We sell subscriptions to shoppers for consumer packaged goods products that are redeemed in store. So it's web commerce with in-store redemption. So connecting the web to brick and mortar, which is kind of a big problem in today's world for retailers and manufacturers.
And who's your ideal client?
Yeah, it's kind of tricky. We actually service 3 groups of people. So
Okay.
we sell things straight to shoppers. So we have a major e-commerce component of the company.
Mm-hmm.
In order to do that, we need to work with manufacturers to get products to sell at a discount. So Procter & Gamble, we sell Pampers to shoppers. And so Procter & Gamble, we do business with Procter & Gamble, and they pay us to promote their products. And then we also partner with retailers. So 7-Eleven, CVS, major national retailers like this, to allow shoppers to go to those stores to redeem what they've bought on our site. So the simple example is, a young mother subscribes to Pampers on Aisle50, and she picks them up every time she goes to Rite Aid, once a month, or at Target, or wherever that retailer is. And so we work with the retailers to integrate to their POS, and we work with the manufacturers to get the discounts, and we sell them to the shoppers. So we've got 3 major groups of people we're dealing with.
And a lot of startups are going to California. However, you came from California to Chicago. Why was that?
Well, we lost a bet. No, we were in Mountain View, all set up and actually working from my garage. So exactly the cliche, right? And everyone was all the employees were living in my house. So it's exactly like the movie. And our house got very small as people kept joining. And we were flying to the East Coast, to the Midwest, to visit all of our grocery clients, and decided that it made more sense to move the business to Chicago, where it's kind of, this is essentially, an old-fashioned business. It's grocery, and it's convenience, and it's pharmacy, and those businesses were just from the East Coast and Midwest, and so this is where it made more sense for us to be. And it's also, we've had a much better time attracting tech talent, ironically, in Chicago than in California. I think there's a lot of great developers here, and there's just less companies per capita, at least, looking for those developers. And so we've had a much better, easier time getting tech talent.
And what drove you to become an entrepreneur?
I think just the desire to build things, and I've worked for large corporations. You spend a lot of energy just trying to get people to agree with you and to get people on the same page as you, and that's like 80% of what you do, and 10, or if you're lucky, 20% is actually building things and doing things that are constructive, right? And as an entrepreneur, it's exactly the inverse, right? I think especially at the beginning, it's 100%, building and doing, and then as you grow, especially if you're in charge, right? You spend certainly time getting everyone on the same page, but you can still be creating and building all at the time.
And what has been some of the challenges that you've had since building the business?
Wow, where to start, huh? I think the biggest challenge for us has been building a business that relies on big corporations. The clock cycle of a small business and the clock cycle of a corporation are incredibly different, right? We hear something in the morning and we've got a lot of work to do to address what happened in the meeting. We're done at 2 in the afternoon, and we're ready to respond. In a big corporation, they'll talk to you today, and it's 4 weeks is the next meeting, right? So you're ready in 4 hours, and they're ready in 4 weeks. And so, just trying to go fast. As a young company, you have to go fast because time is money.
Yeah.
You're trying to go really fast, and big corporations go really slow. And so that's been our biggest challenge so far.
And so, kind of going off your challenges, what do you feel is your biggest accomplishment?
Probably getting a business with a lot of dependencies off the ground. For the very simple thing of somebody buying a subscription from us online and redeeming it in store, we've had to go to the manufacturer, as I said, and get the discount. We've had to integrate to the POS at the retailer to get it to work when they check out in store, and we've had to actually reach that shopper, get them to put their credit card in and buy the thing, right? So just get the whole darn thing to work end to end. I mean, and get, I think initially very little retailers, small grocers, and now we're rolling out and we've signed deals with some very large national players. And that'll give us access to real scale. And so I feel like, the biggest accomplishment is just getting over the hump and getting the thing all hooked up and actually having it work. It was a pretty bold vision initially, and I think we got pushed back on, can you actually connect all the dots, right? And being able to do that, even in a very isolated case, has been pretty rewarding.
And what is that one piece of advice that you would give to our community of entrepreneurs on MeetAdvisors.com?
I think, when you start out in a company, there's a ton of things that you feel like you need to be spending your time on, legal stuff and networking and all this. At the end of the day, you should be probably spending almost all of your time building your product and talking to customers, and just trying to solve your biggest problem, right? What is your biggest problem? And go solve that and focus on that all obsessively and forget about all the other things, right? I think so many entrepreneurs get so distracted with the wrong things. I mean, legal, I just put it out. I mean, forget it, right? Forget all of the other stuff and just build a great product and talk to customers and just do those things. And if there's another, biggest problem that is somehow more important than those things, I think it's always, okay, what is my biggest problem? Mm-hmm. But it's usually that, right? It's usually building your product.
Yeah.
And so I think having the ability to focus and discipline to focus is the biggest thing. Mm-hmm. You're overwhelmed with all the things there is to do. Most of it doesn't matter, I think is my advice, right? Don't worry about all the little things. Yeah.
And where can people find you? So what's your website?
Aisle50.com. And we're in the West Loop here in Chicago, 648 West Randolph. We have offices, but Aisle50.com is our site, and I'm easy to reach. Riley at Aisle50.
Guys, check out Aisle50.com. Check out MeetAdvisors.com for more videos and vlogs. Thanks, guys.